So that's my stem cells in the big bin.
They're in that little Dalek's called an E-turn, and it's been stored at minus, I don't know, 180 or something.
Wow.
And it's minus 153 at the moment.
Cool. You're gonna warm it up before you put it back in, yeah?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Stem cells in a bin. So I was meant to do this last time, but I didn't because of all the other random stuff I'd filmed that made sense to lump them together in a separate film. It felt like it was going to be quite significant, like it was going to be really important, you know, it's the end of the treatment, it's a punctuation. This is kind of like the big thing, your stem cell transplant. In reality, it was pretty fast and not that exciting, but it was significant because it, you know, it's the kind of thing you wait for. It's literally in the title of the treatment you're being given. So with that in mind, here we go.
This is just sterile saline, and that's what we use. This will be brought up to room temperature. My name's Carol.
I'm Alice. Nice to meet you. Hopefully I'll be doing this soon.
How do the steroids go with the stem cells?
So it's just for any reactions, etc. Cortisone, just another steroid.
I'd completely forgotten this. I honestly didn't remember at all they gave me steroids with this. I knew they gave you steroids with the chemotherapy. I'd forgotten they gave you steroids with the stems going back in. Now, the reason they do this, I think, if I remember correctly, is because sometimes the body reacts kind of funny when it's being given something. And if it detects it as a foreign item rather than something that's yours, your body can do funny things. I don't know what those funny things are that your body can do, but it can happen. And obviously the steroids suppress that response. And I think the funny things are more likely to happen if you're having stem cells from a donor rather than your own.
Is it? Got lots of character.
And I need to obviously check that the patient has consented. You're going to be a star.
Your hands are going to be a star. I'm not getting any of these faces.
Just not the belly and the bum.
I'm very.
And we'll infringe on
Or the face.
Over the years, I've actually filmed quite a few commercial projects in hospitals, so I know that NHS staff aren't overly keen on being filmed, which is fair enough, but specifically, nurses seem to hate it with a kind of burning, fiery passion. In this instance, obviously I've avoided filming pretty much everybody throughout the process of HSCT, but the very nice medical lady with the stem cells honestly didn't care, and it was brilliant.
Right, we are good to go.
Good
You've
stuff.
got a picture? Here's your unit.
Let's see this.
Note the lovely salmon pink colour. Right.
Sorry.
matches in with the edge of your...
I'm going to have to put it in the water bath. It's burning.
It's... Oh, sorry, no, don't need yourself. Pumps.
This is your time. Right, just mind you don't fall.
Just looks like a bit of ham.
Yeah, and it's covered in a an over wrap, which is like a plastic bag, which is sealed so that if it leaks in transit or while it's being processed, then we don't lose anything. And we don't lose it in the water bath. You will notice that your stem cell unit, the cells have now started to change colour and gone from a salmon pink to a slightly darker red. They're now starting to thaw out.
If they get, when they come from Germany,
Do they get?
you know, is someone kept
Is it common for them to come from Germany? Foreign donors are a thing for stem cells, apparently. Obviously not for HSCT, but for cancer, yeah. And by all accounts, German ones. Very popular. And is it?
Germany, the UK, tomorrow's they're coming from the US.
I've only ever done predominantly German.
Yeah, we get them all over.
A lot.
They're you know, depends where they are. Auntie Nolan's, I think, mostly UK based. Okay, I'm ready.
And she was. But she said she was rather happy that it was a German younger person.
The nurse was saying how big a deal the stem cell transplant is for some people. Like, it was really, really important to them, and they get quite emotional when it's happening. To be honest, for me, it didn't feel that way at all, and it was a bit of an anticlimax. But if you are a cancer patient and those stem cells are literally going to potentially save your life, I can certainly understand how it would be much more significant for them.
Finished product.
Finished product.
Here we go.
You're on.
So yeah, so she was quite happy that they were from a young, fit German.
Yes.
The pumps.
Okay.
Right.
Which is in the bag.
130 mils. They're generally 100 mils or 130. These, I think, are 130.
And they're off.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. A lot of build up for this.
How emotional that is, especially if the siblings here as well.
I banged my finger in a door.
Equally, I've
Really hurt.
There was a case when once the
But, you know,
refused to have anything
in the
to do
context
with
of
it,
things.
yeah.
There I am moaning about banging my finger in the bathroom door that morning. You can't see it now because it's been 4 months, but that was there for 2 months and it was really painful and I wanted somebody to give me sympathy. Sort of.
I suppose there's no account.
Like a fruit juice drink.
Like fruit salad.
Yeah, it does,
I
isn't
think
it?
we'll equate it to fruit salad.
I'm not sure. Maybe more like strawberry daiquiri.
Yeah.
Next time you have a strawberry daiquiri, you like.
Yeah, so I expected it to get worse, like a bit more worse still.
It probably will.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, just let us know if you feel any different changes or anything new, or it's much worse than you've had before.
Done.
Hello.
We're going straight in. I'm going to wait for it to focus and go.
Hi.
Okay, that's right. So, 2 very keen people to be on the vlog. They couldn't be stopped, honestly. So we've got Kirsty, nurse. What were you, band 6?
Yes,
band 6 nurse here, who does the chemo and stem cell stuff, and we've got Carol, who is a specialist biomedical scientist in hematology, who has come up with all the stem cells and is getting them all prepped. These poor ladies have to stand in here with me for about 40 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour is not as bad as the stem cell harvest, where you are in a room with somebody for 5 hours, but it's still a while to be in a room with somebody you don't know, so have your best small talk at the ready. While all this runs through, it's kind of funny really, all this time, you wait it starts 7 months ago, in here with all the chemo and stuff for like 5 or 6 days, and just for these little tiny bags. It's all because of these little bags, that's what you end up with. They're hiding, they're going over here now, actually if I turn around I can chase them. That's it really, just to say it's being done, this is what it looks like. It looks the same as being on any other infusion, except it's pink, and it'll be done much quicker and won't wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's it. There you go.
Glory now.
I'm going to put that one for a little bit quicker. The chemo on.
We have the lovely salmon pink, the second unit.
That's very nice.
The salmon pink.
Actually, I got the steam. I had no idea there was a second bag. I thought I was done. I don't have to do anything at this
No,
stage.
we'll just sit here.
It's just the being here. What does it look like? Somebody sat being hooked up to this. It looks like they're sat down, mostly. That's pretty much what you're getting.
Yeah. I just think, I try and imagine how it would be from my perspective, how I would feel. And
Just to show in situ, because all the footage I've got is obviously of me looking out at stuff rather than me sat here doing the stuff.
this is my new job. I could do this and...
Focus then on the blood pack.
Okay.
Got this.
Ah.
So touched it, and there we go.
Easy.
That's it. See, it is easy.
So you're nearly halfway through. So you're probably about halfway through your second unit. How are you feeling now?
I feel much the same as I was before the start of the first unit.
Good.
Yes, very much. Thank you very much for filming.
That's all right.
Look, see, now this isn't me doing it.
Hi.
I like to see, I like it when other staff film because people are less objectionable to that.
Yeah. And then I'll just fill in the top print and sign that, and then I can get you.
Slightly random thing with the stem cell harvest, and they told me about this when they first arrived, but I didn't notice it really at all throughout the day. Apparently, stem cells smell like sweetcorn, and apparently it smells really strongly. So when I was in the room, I had maybe the faintest scent of it, just ever so slightly. But the 2 ladies in there both said it was quite strong. And then for the next few days afterwards, anybody who came into the room would go, sweetcorn, you've had your stem cells in. And it was quite funny to say that apparently there's the odour of it. You know, those doors were sealed, but you could still smell the sweetcorn all the way down the hall. Post stem cell transplant, not been hugely exciting. I got really tired and I napped. So I slept probably for about an hour and a half. It wasn't the best sleep ever. This machine has been attached to me since the stem cells finished going in. And they've been doing that every 12 seconds. I'll go and show you what the rest of my afternoon has consisted of following the stem cell transplant. I'm already unplugged, that's very good. If I lead you in here, it's a very exciting trip. This is the power of furosemide. So, yeah,
It's my, looks like a little football team.
Now the catheter was out, they had me on a fluid chart to make sure I wasn't retaining fluid. So everything that went in, they would measure. So they would ask how many cups of tea and coffee and how much water I drank a day. And then every time I had a wee, I had to go into one of those bottles. So same as when you have to hand over a cardboard pot with a stool sample in it. It's a strange experience pressing a bell to summon these very nice staff members who are highly trained to come into your room and sort of pick up 10 bottles of your urine.
This has been since like 2:30. And the most of those were in the first couple of hours, to be honest. It has eased off, thankfully. But yeah, I hated the catheter. I'm glad it's out. I'm still glad it's out. But this is it's annoying, and it's likely to continue overnight. So there we are. Goodbye, many bottles. Goodbye.
That's it, done, finished. Stem cells in HSCT as a treatment routine, pretty much finished. Now it's all about managing the fallout from the stuff they've just done to you. Now the direct issue with that, I don't vlog now much for the next couple of days. I'm so tired. They warned me that might happen. When you get the stems back in, I was absolutely exhausted. I napped later in the day, and then I was completely wiped out for the next couple of days afterwards. But that's it, really. Slight anticlimax, important, hugely impressive. Like as a scientific medical feat, it's really interesting. And I remember hearing about this treatment right at the start. When I got MS, and there was this miracle cure on the horizon, and it's this, and they did it, and it was and knowing all that, that's why it felt like a bit of an anticlimax. And that is it for the video. So thank you very much for watching again. Please do subscribe if you can; it'd be hugely appreciated. Any questions and comments, please leave them down below. And if you're feeling generous, please do hit me a like. That'd be great. I will see you for the next time, which is not done yet. I have no idea what the next one is. Should I look? I feel like I should look. Next one is removal of the stitches from the Hickman line, and my wife and son come to visit, and all of the shenanigans involved with that. So I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. You know, it's a punctuation. It's the end of things. My mic is right off. You need to sort that shit out. What are you doing? Better. Right. So I was meant to do this last time, but because of all the other random things that I'd filmed, that was very fast. Didn't feel that... what am I going to say? And the saline would... I told you that... I'd forgotten this. I'd forgotten that they gave me stems. And I know very... And I should just, mention... So now you know how old I am, and you know when my birthday is, and... The nurse was saying how big... the nurse was saying how big a deal the net... The nurse was saying how big a deal the stem... What was... they didn't really, and it felt kind of odd. And I said, to quickly explain, nurses in the UK are set upon in different. If you're not went in, they measured, and everything that came out there. So same as when you had to hand over the cardboard pot for the stool sample. It's the CT routine, but in terms of this video, that is itchy eye. If you don't mind, why did I say that? Next one is but you could still smell the this slightly random thing with. Oh, you've gone limp. This is no good. Would you get up here? There we go. Oh no, shit. Okay.